patients and handle all your prescriptions. They offer free delivery, mail-out service, and accept all utility payments, all part of their good neighbor way of doing business. Visit Hicks & Boss at 304 Morgantown Street in Uniontown or call 724-437-2828. Open Monday to Friday, 9 to 6 and Saturday until 3.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
AR Roofing, never settle.
Your local station, WMBS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Yes, I'm laughing. Welcome to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is Open Conversation today on this beautiful Monday afternoon. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you enjoyed the weekend as well. So, yeah, it was a great weekend. You know, it was a little wet to start things off, but no, it turned into a glorious weekend, and I hope you were able to enjoy everything. Let me see here. What's on Your Mind is brought to you by AR Roofing and Remodeling, Bright Stripe Seal Coating and Line Striping, Madewell Services Full Lawn Care and Cleaning Services, K2 Engineering, Coldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty, Hicks & Boss Drugstore, and Gary's Auto Sales. By the way, I think I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Russ Rhodes. I'm your host today. It is going to be Open Conversation, 724-438-4593. Looking forward to chatting with you. Not just today, but tomorrow and Wednesday and next week, last week, every time. All righty here. All right, peace talks failed over the weekend. According to the Trump administration, they had some things that they did agree on, but it boiled down to Iran not wanting to give up its nuclear program. So that's it. As a result, President Trump announced that the U.S. was going to implement a blockade of Iranian ports. So, yeah, you can't enter or enter the Strait of Hormuz if you're heading to any port in Iran. Meanwhile, they are searching the waters for any mines with the notion of opening up the straits. Meanwhile, because of the blockade, there is a website that tracks sea traffic, tracks the motion, the travels of cargo ships, container ships, oil tankers, and apparently, that because of the blockade, 121 oil tankers are on their way to U.S. ports to load up with U.S. oil. Of those 121, 68 of them are the huge tankers that hold 2 million barrels. And with a barrel at, I believe it's 55 gallons per barrel, I'll let you do the math. I mean, I could do it, but I just didn't feel like doing it. If you want me to, I will. But anyway, let's see here. What else is going on? Okay, so back in November of 2023, the state of New York passed, and it was signed into law. It basically comes down to a lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender, and people living with HIV long-term care facility resident Bill of Rights. So all of those people that I just mentioned in long-term care facilities, they have their Bill of Rights. Some of them are to be assigned to a room based not on their birth gender, but how they see themselves. Trans or gender neutral bathrooms. Okay. Being called by their preferred pronoun. Staff having to take courses on how to be nice, basically, and accepting of these people. Well, the Dominican Sisters of Hawthorne, they run a long-term care facility called Rosary Hill Home. And they don't ask questions. If you are in the end of life and you're alone, maybe you don't have insurance, they welcome you in, and they see to your needs in your final days. Well, according to this law, they're going to the sisters of the Dominican Sisters. It's a Catholic charity, Catholic nuns, by the way, in case you hadn't figured it out. They're going to have to follow the law, do all these things that the law calls for. If not, it's a $2,000 a day fine per transgression and can escalate up to $5,000 a day and even lead to jail time. So the Dominican Sisters of Hawthorne are suing the state of New York, saying that it goes against their religious rights, and they're being forced into doing something that goes against their religious beliefs. I myself think they will win. We had a lawsuit filed here in southwestern Pennsylvania a number of years ago. I believe, if memory is not mistaken, it was Geneva College, having to do with health care and providing abortion care for their employees through their health care. Well, Geneva College said, no, this goes against our religious principles. We shouldn't have to be forced to do this. It went to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court backed them. I have no doubt that if this goes to the Supreme Court, the Dominican Sisters of Hawthorne will prevail. So your thoughts on this is appreciated. What do you think? All right, the California governor's race, I think, is going to have a little bit of a mix-up here coming shortly. The newest polls have not been released. I don't know if they're out yet, but current Representative Eric Swalwell, he is a member of Congress. He's a Democrat, represents, I think, the San Francisco area. I'm not sure, in that area. I'm not sure what part of California. But anyway, he is running for governor of California. He is, by a lot of reports, the leading Democrat candidate in the primary. Now, just as a refresher, in California, they do, a batch ballot, if you will. Everybody's on the same ballot. And the top two vote getters in the primary, regardless of party affiliation, go on the general ballot to face off against each other in November. Well, Eric Swalwell is the leading Democrat in that, race, although currently third in the polls. Republican Steve Hilton and Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco, also Republican, are leading 1 and 2 in that race. So as it stands now, theoretically, in Democrat-heavy California, 2 Republicans will be on the ballot to face off against each other for the new governorship of California. Eric Swalwell has since suspended his campaign because of allegations of sexual improprieties with congressional aides. One of them being taking advantage of an aide while she was drunk and passed out. He has suspended his campaign. What that does to polling, I have no clue at this point in time. None. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Does his, and by the way, his polling numbers were anywhere from basically 13 to 17, 18% of the vote. The next Democrat in that, Katie Porter, she was down around 13%. So how does Eric Swalwell's support translate to the other candidates in the race? I imagine it's going to take a number of days before we really see the results of that in anything. But what a shakeup with about a month to go before early voting in California starts. All righty, let's see here. What else? Also in New York now, New York City, Sergeant Eric Dunn of the, I believe the NYPD, was found guilty of manslaughter in the 2023 death of a suspected drug dealer, Eric Dupre. Mr. Duran has since been sentenced to 3 to 9 years in prison for manslaughter. What he was convicted of doing, well, Mr. Dupre was being arrested for selling drugs to an undercover officer. Eric Dupre attempted to flee on a motorized scooter. Sergeant Duran, in trying to apprehend Mr. Dupree, grabbed a lunch cooler off of a nearby picnic table and threw it at Eric Dupre as he tried to speed away. It hit him, causing him to have an accident, fall off his bike. He hit his head and subsequently died from that encounter. So that is what Sergeant Eric Duran was charged, why he was charged and ultimately convicted. The sergeant, in his defense, said he was doing it to ensure the safety of his fellow officers. Because, well, one thing, Eric Dupre was out on bail for assault charges at the time as well. So, anyway, your thoughts on that? One, should he have been charged in the first place? Is it any different had he run after him and tackled him off of that scooter than throwing the cooler? So anyway, should he have been charged? And one, should he be receiving 3 to 9 years in prison? Here's something, well, it's funny, but it's not funny. If you've ever had a boyfriend or girlfriend that kind of broke up with you, have you ever sought revenge? Well, Brooke Ayers of Roswell, New Mexico, no, I don't think she's a alien, had just broken up, or I should say her boyfriend, long-distance boyfriend, had just broken up with her. So I don't know the particulars. It didn't go into in this article. But the boyfriend's from the state of Indiana. I'm assuming he flew out to New Mexico to break up with her in person with the intent of flying back home. Well, Miss Ayers, she didn't take too kindly to him breaking up with her. So she called the airlines and said that her ex-boyfriend, and by the way, his name has not been given in this, was bringing a bomb on board the airplane. Well, he was met at the airport by police. He was questioned, searched. His rental car was searched. His luggage was searched. It was determined he didn't have a bomb and was allowed to go on his merry way. At the same time, police were ascending on the home of Brooke Ayers for phoning in a bogus report. She has since been arrested and charged with making a bomb scare, aggravated assault on a peace officer, because when they were trying to arrest her, she tried to bite and then dug her fingernails into the arm of the arresting officer. So aggravated assault, battery on a peace officer, and resisting, evading, or obstructing an officer. So I guess her revenge really kind of backfired, didn't it? Let's see, what else here? So last week, Tiger Woods, because of a DUI charge, has checked himself, from reports, into rehab. Britney Spears was arrested last month for DUI. She too has now self-checked into rehab. So I guess my question is, the situations that both Tiger Woods and Britney Spears and other celebrities have run into, is it the fame that leads to that? Is it, I mean, I'm trying to figure this out. Why this happens? Okay, Tiger Woods, a lot of surgeries, residual pain. And so that's something we hear a lot about with drug addicts. You know, they went into the hospital for minor surgery. They were prescribed painkillers for post-surgery treatment, and something clicked and they became addicted. And so with Tiger Woods, is that part of it? Is the fame part of it? Is it the losing the stature, the ability, the game, you know, not playing up to their standards? Does that lead them to it? Same thing with Britney Spears. Okay, when's the last time she had a hit? I don't know. So is it the waning of their fame that leads them to this? And is there other underlying factors that go along with that? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I feel for both of them. I mean, you certainly don't want, I certainly don't want anyway, somebody's life going to heck in a handbasket just because they're not as popular as or successful as they once were. So I'm just, what are your thoughts on all of that? And finally, today is April 13th. You know what that means? 2 more days to get your taxes in. April 15th, tax day. So you can file an extension, and when I say file an extension, you still have to turn in paperwork for that extension by the 15th. So just reminding you, you do have to send something in no later than the 15th. So that's pretty much it on my list of possible topics. What have you got on your list? Give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. I'm your host, Russ Rhodes, and we'll start taking some calls because both lines are currently open, by the way. So we'll take some calls right after this.
It's spring, and everything is growing, and Madewell Services is here to help. They offer full lawn care service, including spring cleanups, mulching, landscaping and planting, weekly grass cutting, power washing, and more. Madewell Services also provides professional cleaning services for your home or office, moving in or out service, party cleanups, weekly cleanings, and junk removal. Licensed and insured for peace of mind. Call Madewell Services today at 724-912-1805. That's 724-912-1805 for a free estimate.
The biggest reason Metropolitan Window Company has been in business since 1978 is our huge list of satisfied customers.
John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, Pittsburgh's locally owned and family-operated window and door company for over 47 years.
When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, you're getting expertise and attention to detail from a trusted business that puts your needs first.
You're also getting our exclusive Infinity from Marvin 100% fiberglass windows that are built for life.
The most important part of a window is the framing. Fiberglass frames won't lose their dimensional integrity. They're the strongest, longest-lasting window you can buy.
And right now, you can save 20% and get financing on every window and door product we offer.
Stop by one of our showrooms, visit us at metropolitanwindows.com, or give us a call at 412-655-8411.
PA 1565.
Experiencing symptoms of COPD? Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale has been selected to conduct a clinical research study, and participants are needed. All study-related care will be provided at no cost, and no health insurance is required. Compensation up to $2,200 for qualified participants for time and travel. To learn more, call Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale at 724-220-5281. That's Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale at 724-220-5281.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at garysautosales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has two convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Bortz Jr.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest, now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is open conversation, and both lines are open. 724-438-4593. Okay, Penguins season is just about done. They are heading to the playoffs. I know playoff tickets are on sale. I don't know what the schedule is for the playoffs. Of course, they got to get through their last regular season game. I think that is that's tomorrow, if I remember correctly. Also, let's see what else is coming up here in Pittsburgh. We got the NFL draft that starts next week. The city is announcing what streets are going to be closed. They've put out maps to show where Various events are taking place. The Coast Guard has announced closings on the river as far as river traffic is concerned, so everything is in its final stages. The only thing we basically have to wait on is, well, who are the Steelers going to pick in the first round? Some think a quarterback still, because you know what? They're waiting on Aaron Rodgers. You know what? Tell them, no, sorry, we're moving on without you. You know, we're not going to play this game anymore, but I guess I'm not part of the Steeler upper staff, so I guess I have no say in that. But anyway, quarterback, are they going to, there's talk about that. There's talk about a linebacker. So, and again, a receiver. So who do you think the Steelers should pick? And then the Pirates, the big dummies, blowing a 6-0 lead yesterday. They could have come home to start their homestand at 10-5, but no, it'll be 9-6 instead. So, but anyway, beside that, I know it's very young in the season. You know, we're only 15 games in. Have the Pirates surprised you at all? Are you like, you know, let's wait until we're halfway through and see how they're doing before anything goes on? But your thoughts on how the Pirates are going so far. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Good afternoon, Russ.
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is Mark calling.
How are you today, Mark?
Oh, fine. Just busy,
Good.
running around here. But since nobody's filling up the airways, I will. I'll make my social commentary.
Okay, all right.
Saturday night, 8:07, me and my buddy Dino, he's the bartender. We're at the local watering hole.
Okay.
We made a toast to the Artemis II, who boldly went where no person has gone before.
Yes, indeed.
You know?
Yeah, was that Friday night? Friday night, wasn't it?
That was Saturday night. Saturday night, 8:07. Yeah.
No, they came down on Friday night. They came down. They came
maybe
down
it
Friday.
was. It was? Okay, well, it was Friday. I forget what day it was. Well, I was drinking.
Yeah, understandable. Okay.
It was Friday, maybe. Okay.
I watched it. I was, I tuned in about 2 hours before the splashdown was scheduled.
Uh-huh.
And I was just fascinated by the whole thing. I really was. And they were, you know what? They pretty much hit dead on what was projected as splashdown time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like you said, 8:07 Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
As usually, through the bar talk there was, what are they spending my money on that for? You know.
Yeah. Okay.
But I have to admit, Russ, it was not as exciting as Apollo 8, as the first time they went. It was just it just wasn't. It just didn't have that excitement where they left. Well, they were the first one to leave Earth orbit.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I guess it was the year of 1968 called a crack in time, and how it sort of like healed everything. Apollo 8, that mission, because things were going so bad for the United States. The 10 offensive, and it caused Johnson he couldn't run for president, and the assassinations of Martin Luther King, and the riots, and Bobby Kennedy.
Yeah.
You know, and the like I said, the astronauts they were times men of the year.
Yeah.
So they saved 1968 for America.
Yeah.
And of course, nobody will forget Frank Borman, how he read from the Book of Genesis.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the first 10. Now, if these astronauts did that, the ACLU will be filing a lawsuit today.
Well, but I'm not going to say all four of them, but certainly there were a lot of expressions of faith coming from the crew of Artemis. Not that they were reading any particular scriptures from Bible, but certainly, they had their expressions of faith going on.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, hey, only the Pirates can blow a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, I know.
You know, only the Pirates. Yeah, I went and had breakfast this morning, did my shopping at Walmart, and of course I picked up the Herald Standard. I spent a whole $2. You know.
Oh, you're rich.
And
I need to know you. I don't know many rich people.
Yeah, but hey Russ, when I leave the restaurant, I leave it there so everybody else can look at it too.
Okay.
I mean, But hey, the Pirates are in first place by half a game.
Yes, they are.
They are.
Yes.
That's one of the reasons why I picked it up this morning. I want to see it in first place. But the Pirates are in first place by half a game this morning.
Yes. Yes.
So, especially Charlie, that great Pirate fan of ours.
So, and hopefully, they bounce back and beat the Nationals tonight at home.
Yeah.
So,
Paul Skeens is pitching.
I was wondering. I hadn't looked. I kind of thought he'd be up now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Mitch Keller will be pitching next day. Boy, Mitch Keller, he's having a good season. Boy, he's pitching 6 shutout innings. Seems like he's coming up. He's really, really good, man.
Yeah.
He's having an excellent season.
Yes,
Just hope the second season, because always seems to tail off for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
It's a long season.
So,
yeah. One thing, I'm going to go back to Artemis here for a minute, Mark. Two things that caught me kind of off guard. Is it just me, or did Artemis have a lot more room for the astronauts than Apollo did?
Oh, it probably did. I think so.
Well, for one thing, there's 4 instead of 3. And, they were kind of floating around a little bit. They weren't stuck in their chairs, their seats the whole time.
Russ, what do they call it? Micronization?
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus also the fact that, hey, they used, on this launch, they used 2 solid rocket boosters to get them up there.
Mm-hmm.
Those are more powerful than the liquid fuel engine. And once you shut those things off, there's no shutting them down either. You're going for a ride till they burn out.
Well, you
better hope nothing.
Well, go ahead.
You better know if that happens that first 2 minutes, or whatever is burning it.
Well, and the other thing that got me is in their descent. They're coming down. I did not realize that. I'm watching it, and you kept seeing these like flashes and hearing these pops. And apparently that was thrusters helping guide the spaceship down to its appointed landing area.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I did not realize. I thought once it entered, you were falling, we don't know where you're falling. We think you're going to go here.
I thought, Russ, what I thought, I remember what you were talking about. I thought maybe it was that the heat shows. I figured, it's 5,000 degrees. I figured it's hot. Maybe it's cooling down. There might be parts. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, but no, I heard the announcers mention it was thrusters, and it was helping to guide them down, and also to keep them in a proper position, I guess, as well. So that fascinated me. I did not realize that.
And one other thing, Russ, was the Apollo 8, they were supposed to essentially do the same. They were just going to go around the moon and come right around, but they gave them the option to fire that engine and put them in lunar orbit, and that's what made it such a great that they did that, because that was. They're not going. If that engine doesn't refire, they're going to call AAA to come and help them. Nobody's going to come and help them.
No, not for a while anyway.
But I mean that was courageous. What those 3 felt, just firing that engine. But I don't know. I don't think they gave Artemis that possibility, though, did they?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I just kind of wondered, did anybody say, hey, if you want to, you can fire an engine and go around in lunar orbit? I was kind of wondering.
Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah. And they didn't even orbit. They just went around the back and came around.
Yeah.
And that was after they came around. They did fire the engines for
to get out, just come back to Earth.
Yeah.
Just come back to Earth.
Yeah.
I mean that. That's another thing. Was kind of a little bit of a letdown. If they'd have gave him the option, that would have been a great suspense. If they let him go to lunar orbit.
Hey, Mark, thanks for your call, my friend.
Right.
Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hello, Russ.
Yes.
Fred.
Hey, Fred.
How you doing?
Good. Yourself?
Pretty good. Hey, I'm going to have to correct you on something.
All right.
A barrel of oil is not 55 gallon.
I thought it was. What is it?
I don't know. It's not 55. I think it's smaller.
Okay. All righty.
That's all.
Well, okay.
Bye.
Well, okay. Hey, Fred, if you're going to correct me, and that's fine, but come back with the figures next time. But I'm going to go look it up right now.
Okay.
All righty.
You'll find out it's not 55 gallon.
Okay. Well, we'll find out here shortly.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye. All righty. So, all right. Because, you always hear about 55-gallon drum, right? Here, we're going to find out here. How much does, of course, I got to spell it right. How much does, come on, does a barrel of oil hold? Let's see here what it comes up with. Well, let me see. A standard barrel of oil holds 42 U.S. gallons, approximately 159 liters or 35 imperial gallons. So there you go. All righty. So, okay. So where does a 55-gallon drum come from then? I don't know. Maybe I'll have to look at that up in the break here, which is coming up. So I'm going to take a break. Both lines are open, so give me a buzz, 724-438-4593, and we'll do some more chatting right after this.
Bright Stripe, Bay County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals, locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090, or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
So what's the difference between the sheds I see in the parking lot of the big box stores and a professionally built and installed JDM structure shed from Ultimate Structures? Good question. First, the manufacturer, JDM Structures, is one of the premier shed builders in business for 34 years. They use composite materials for the exterior with baked-on paint. This ensures you'll have an extended lifespan for your shed. And listen to this. 75% of Ultimate Structures orders are personally designed to satisfy the customer's needs. That's right. And the turnaround time for a custom designed shed is no longer than just buying a stock shed. Compare the roof designs, the superior piano door hinges, the quality of the wall panels, and personal customer service. You'll see. Come to the Mega Lot on Route 51 South, just outside Perryopolis. You need a shed? We can help. We design what you desire. Ultimate Structures.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
We have your gifts to celebrate love, birthdays, anniversaries, special occasions, or all the above. Things that go bling, earring pendants and rings, all types of handbags, crossbodies, concealed carry, and slings. Western Southwest, boots, hats, and more. Silver Zapata jewelry, fun fashion turquoise. It's a staple in our store. Strap, 34 South Street in downtown Uniontown, located in the rear of the State Farm Building, 724-557-6184. We value your shopping experience here with us at Strap, so come on in, sit a spell, enjoy a refreshment, and a bag of peanuts. Strap, 724-557-6184. We're open Tuesday to Friday, 11 to 5, and Saturdays, 10 to 3. Convenient street parking right in front of our shop. You're sure to adore us, and you'll love our prices. Shop small, shop Strap.
Are delinquent credit cards, medical bills, and personal loans stressing you out? Are you unable to catch up? Are the debt collection calls just too much? If yes, then call Zebley Law at 724-439-9200. Zebley Law provides free in-person consultations. Then, using our decades of experience, we recommend a plan for relief. Before hiring a debt relief company or an out-of-town bankruptcy firm, call the local law firm serving Fayette, Washington, and Greene counties since 2001. Call Zebley Law at 724-439-9200.
Ready to update your home? Find what you need at Zen's Construction Warehouse. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you the old-fashioned way. Zen's is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 2. 485 Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's Construction Warehouse, 724-366-8274. Or visit Zen's Construction Warehouse's Facebook page.
Zen's Construction Warehouse. Our surplus. Your savings. WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is open conversation today, 724-438-45. Oh, excuse me. We're going to do that phone number again, 724-438-4593. Okay, so I looked up. This is according to AI, its definition. A 55-gallon barrel or drum is a cylindrical industrial-grade container designed to hold 55 U.S. gallons of liquids, chemicals, powders, or raw materials. So designed differently, and they usually have like a lid that is removable. So I guess there's your difference. Not just the size on what they hold, but the basic differences. So, and it also goes on here, and when repurposed for rain collection, composting, storage, or as a burn drum, so, where permitted, that is. So anyway, so since I was looking that up, I did go ahead and I did the math. An oil tanker that's able to carry 2 million barrels of oil, that's 86 million gallons. So that would make a lot of gas. That would certainly be enough to supply your car and beyond its lifetime, I would think, huh? 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hi, Russ. It's Leanne. How are you?
Good, Leanne. You?
I'm doing okay. I did a bout of, like everybody else, a lot of people, did a bout of disease, during the Easter season, sore throat, that kind of thing. But we're better now.
Well, good.
But I have a couple of things to comment about. First of all, I appreciate that Fred pointed out that a barrel of oil is not 55, but I found it mystifying that he didn't have the figures for what it really was.
Yeah.
But that's just me. The other thing is, because I'm very in the dark about current events, etc. What was the purpose of Artemis right now when it's? I've heard more than one person say the cost of that expedition might have been put toward reducing the price of gas or something like that. What made it so urgent now?
Part of it, I think, whether they want to admit it or not, is China wants to go to the moon. So it's kind of a space race. Again, I think that's part of it. But one, we're explorers. And I think we want to go back. We need to go back. There's that drive in humans that we want to see what's over that next hill type of thing. But also, ultimately, the part of this is to establish a working base community on the moon for rare metals. That can be harvested, can be mined, whatever, and brought back to Earth for cell phones, for computers, for batteries, for whatever, these rare earth metals. And I learned the reason they're rare is a lot of these metals came from outer space, asteroids. Well, asteroids hit our atmosphere and they burn up. So that's why they're rare. We don't get them that often. But the moon, there is no atmosphere. So an asteroid hits the moon, those minerals that asteroid brought with it, they're still intact.
Well, holy smokes, you just told them something, because my next question was going to be, is there a lack of sources of that on the earth? Because I'm sure I understand, the establishment of a practical base for getting these things, but I don't want to think about what the cost of getting them on the moon and bringing them back might be. But, I think, and I know we're running out of time, but, people have expressed that we hear constantly about the people who are starving or the people who are struggling with whatever, and it just seemed that the timing was not particularly,
Anyway,
well,
it is.
maybe
And I heard NASA is 0.2% of our budget overall. So is it really going to make a difference? And with that, I got to run, Leanne. Thanks for your call. Appreciate it. This is WMBS Uniontown. It is 2 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. After failed peace talks in Pakistan over the weekend, President Trump says a blockade of the Strait of Hormuz is underway.
They're doing no business. I didn't like seeing boats come out if they were doing business with Iran, but if they weren't, no boats came out.
More from CBS News Pentagon reporter Eleanor Watson.
The destroyers specifically can defend against aerial threats, think missiles and drones, and then the aircraft carrier, the Lincoln, can serve as really a base of operations as well as a pretty large intimidation factor to discourage anyone from breaking that blockade.
Pope Leo XIV is in Algeria on an 11-day tour of Africa. CBS's Chris Livesay is traveling with the Pope.
Africa is where there's the fastest growth in the Catholic Church right now. So it's the global South in general. We see it elsewhere in, say, Latin America. We see it in Asia as well. But we're really seeing growth in the Catholic Church.
President Trump on social media calls Pope Leo weak on crime and terrible for foreign policy. Leo has been critical of the war in Iran and made statements at odds with other priorities of the Trump administration. In addressing the president's comments, Pope Leo says his comments are not meant as attacks on anyone. As far as the posting of a picture online appearing to depict President Trump as Jesus, he insists
It wasn't depicted. It was me. I did post it, and I thought it was me as a doctor and had to do with Red Cross as a Red Cross worker there, which we support.
The post has been deleted. Just coming in, the House Ethics Committee is launching an investigation into California Democratic Congressman Eric Swalwell, who has ended his run for governor after allegations of sexual misconduct from at least 4 women. CBS's Caitlin Huey-Burns reports.
Even though the congressman has dropped out of the California race, there is a big question about whether he will continue to serve here in Congress and whether he has criminal liabilities coming down the pike.
In the middle of the spring home buying season, White House economists say the U.S. has a significant housing shortage. More from CBS's Michael Toscano.
It's 10 million homes, according to the White House Council of Economic Advisors. Their annual report says reducing the cost of home building regulations could add as many as 13 million homes to the supply by lowering the cost of construction. And that, they say, could lead to savings for buyers. The analysis notes home prices have risen 82% since 2000, while incomes are up just 12%.
In Minnesota, the Ramsey County attorney and the sheriff are investigating the arrest of federal officers of a Hmong American man as a potential case of kidnapping, burglary, and false imprisonment. On Wall Street, stocks are up. This is CBS News.
It's one of the most successful law and justice programs in television history that continues to uncover the truth. 48 Hours, Saturday on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or
Hi, come on in. How are you?
for personal, professional health care you can trust, see Dr. Paul Hardley and nurse practitioners Tara Bozak, Jessica Reckhart, and Stacy Morris, proudly serving our community for over 30 years. Need care today? Walk-ins are always welcome. For your primary care, call Dr. Paul Hartley at 724-437-1109 or visit ppcp.org.
Or serving number 3,944.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
On the mend.
Offset returned to the stage just days after he was shot outside the Seminole Hard Rock Casino in Hollywood, Florida. He was wheeled into the University of Arkansas Row Fest over the weekend. Video posted to his Instagram account shows the rapper being unstrapped, then standing up and performing a set list that included Bad and Bougie with his band Migos. Rapper Lil TJ was arrested in connection with the shooting and booked on suspicion of misdemeanor disorderly conduct. His rep denies he was involved. Offset shares 3 children with his ex-wife, Cardi B. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
The Trump administration agrees to keep flying a rainbow pride flag at the Stonewall National Monument, reversing course after removing the banner in February. The agreement comes as the government tries to settle a lawsuit filed by LGBTQ+ and historic preservation groups, which a judge must still approve. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
Now the local, district, and statewide news. Being brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Keeping you warm and cozy in winter and cool and comfortable in summer with a quality Bryant gas furnace or air conditioning system. And now the news.
Good afternoon. It's 2:05. It is sunny and 77 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Injured, call today for your free consultation, 724-437-2799. Your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS. I'm TJ DeStefano. We'll check sports and weather after the news. One person was killed following a crash involving a motorcycle in Greene County Saturday evening. Coroner Carl Rush said officials were called around 5 p.m. to Route 21 in Jefferson Township. The coroner's office said 30-year-old Joshua Brown died hours later because of the incident. No additional information has been released on what led to the crash or whether any other vehicles were involved. An official said the investigation is underway. Gas prices are a penny higher in western Pennsylvania this week at $4.19 a gallon. That's according to AAA. In Uniontown, it's $4.19. Washington is $4.15. Greensburg, $4.16. And Pittsburgh, $4.18. The national average for a gallon of regular gas has been falling over the past few days and is now a penny more than last week at $4.12. Last time the national average was over $4 a gallon was in early August of 2022. Crude oil prices remain high even as they fluctuated in recent days following the announcement of a 2-week ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran. The price for a barrel of crude dropped below $100 but then rose again, highlighting the volatility of oil markets and fluidity of geopolitical events. Today's national average is 50 cents more than a month ago and 94 cents more than a year ago. The deadline for registering to vote in Pennsylvania's May primary is coming up in a few weeks. Residents need to have their registration in by May 4th in order to participate. People can register online or in person at a number of places, including some county offices and PennDOT driver license and photo centers. The primary election is May 19th. A recent study says many Gen Zers are getting financial support from their parents. Here's more from Mark Mayfield.
The 2026 Wells Fargo Money Study says 64% of parents with Gen Z children say their kids still rely on them financially, whether for money, housing, or other support. Over half of those parents say that support is hurting their own finances. A 2021 study from the University of Buffalo and the New School found that the amount of black adults who receive parental assistance is much lower than that of white adults. I'm Mark Mayfield.
WMBS time is 2:08. Sports and weather are next.
439-2323. For 24-hour emergency service, call us when you need. We're Fayette's Heating and Air Conditioning, your service company.
When it's sweltering outside, you'll be cool inside with central air conditioning from Bryant, the people that know cool. And it's easy to have a central air conditioning system installed in your home. Simply call on your Bryant dealer, Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, located near the Laurel Mall on Route 119 north of Uniontown. The phone number is 439-2323. Let Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning rescue you from the sticky, humid summer weather. Remember that number for Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer, 439-2323.
Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323.
In sports, the Pirates host the Washington Nationals tonight at PNC Park. Paul Skeens will be on the mound for the Bucks, who are 9-6 on the season. We'll have the game on WMBS. The pregame will be 6:15 with the first pitch at 6:40. Penguins, they've lost 2 in a row. They're 41-24-16, and they wrap up the regular season tomorrow night as they visit the St. Louis Blues. Face-off will be at 9:30 tomorrow on WMBS.
The local, district, and statewide news has been brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall. Phone 439-2323.
The Weather Watch is being brought to you by State Farm agent Nathan Ferguson. Call Nate at 724-438-7611 for life, home, car insurance, and more. Get a free quote now.
It'll be mostly cloudy the rest of the afternoon, an isolated shower, 78. Cloudy tonight with a few showers, 63. And partly cloudy tomorrow, a few showers, mainly early. Tomorrow's high will be 80. Right now we have sun and 77 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios at 2:10 on this Monday. I'm TJ DeStefano. Coming up next, it's hour 2 of What's on Your Mind with Russ Rhodes on WMBS.
The Weather Watch has been brought to you by State Farm agent Nathan Ferguson. Nate is there for you. Call 724-438-7611 for life, home, car insurance, and more.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
AR Roofing, never settle.
The heat is on at Live Casino. Think you can take it? Then catch the $18,888 Baccarat Fire Drawings. Play Baccarat daily to earn entries. Every Monday in April, we'll draw 18 winners to score a share of $18,888 in prizes. But that's not all. Every winner will be entered into our exclusive Lucky Fire cash drawing on Monday, April 27th. Take a seat. Feel the heat at Live Casino, Route 30 at Westmoreland Mall. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at garysautosales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
That sneeze was in a different zip code, and I still felt the germs.
Relax, Randy. I went to Montgomery Medical. I'm fully shielded.
Like a flu shot?
Flu, COVID, the works. If you haven't caught up on your shots yet, they'll get you sorted in minutes. It's basically a suit of armor, but with less clanking. Then do the double shot. After Montgomery Medical, head over to Renew You Medispa. I got their immunity IV drip.
A Medispa?
You relax, you hydrate, and you give your immune system a VIP upgrade.
Montgomery Medical, a family tradition of family medicine.
Take the backbone.
Caring for an aging parent or a loved one with medical needs? Fact, Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation can help. Seniors 65 and older ride free on our fixed routes. People with disabilities get discounted shared rides. And if your loved one has medical assistance, their trips to doctors or treatment are covered under the shared ride program. Give them safe, reliable independence and yourself peace of mind. Call 724-628-RIDE or visit factbus.com. Fact, your community, your connection.
Having Hicks & Baugh's drugstore in Uniontown means reliable, quality, and friendly service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller are ready to answer your health questions and handle all your prescriptions. They offer free delivery, mail-out service, and accept all utility payments, all part of their good neighbor way of doing business. Visit Hicks & Boss at 304 Morgantown Street in Uniontown or call 724-437-2828. Open Monday to Friday, 9 to 6 and Saturday until 3.
Your local station, WMVS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Welcome back to Hour 2 of What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. We're going to continue with the open conversation this hour, 724-438-4593. So looking forward to chatting with you and continuing our conversation this afternoon. What's on Your Mind brought to you by Gary's Auto Sales, Hicks & Boss Drugstore, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, K2 Engineering, Madewell Services, full lawn care and cleaning services, Bright Stripes, seal coating and line striping, and AR Roofing and Remodeling. All righty, so let's see here, just to recap my talking points. And these are mine. If there's something else you want to chat about, by all means, give me a buzz on that same number, 724-438-4593. Both lines are currently open. Okay, the U.S. has started a blockade at the Strait of Hormuz to prevent shipping from going to ports in Iran. And if ships kind of lie and go and do that, they'll be seized. So because of the blockade and not just because of the blockade, but because of other factors taking place there in the strait, 121 oil tankers apparently are on their way to the U.S., to U.S. ports to, well, load up on U.S. oil. Of those 121 tankers, 68 are I guess it's referred to as the VLCC. What those letters stand for, I do not know. But these are the super tankers that hold upwards of 2 million barrels of oil, or 86 million gallons. All righty. The Dominican Sisters of Hawthorne are suing the state of New York over a law that requires them to assign end-of-life patients, is who they take care of in their long-term care facilities, based on how their self-gender, how they see themselves, what gender they see, what doesn't take into account their birth gender. It's how they see themselves. And to have gender-neutral bathrooms, and to undergo special training. These are Roman Catholic sisters, nuns, that have dedicated their lives to helping those at end of life without insurance, with other problems maybe. But now they're telling them how to do it. So they're suing, saying this law would require the nuns to do things that go against their religion. So your thoughts on all of that? Representative Eric Swalwell from California was, I should say, a candidate for governor of California. He has suspended his campaign due to allegations of sexual misconduct with aides, former aides, current and former. One of them, the most disturbing of them, was taking advantage of a young aide who was drunk and passed out. And because of that, the state of New York, because This action supposedly took place in New York. So the state of New York is looking to press charges against him right now. Anyway, he has withdrawn. He has suspended his race for governor of California, and now there's a movement in Congress to expel him from Congress. This will shake up the polling, I am sure, of the governor's race with a little more than a month to go before early voting starts in the primary season there. A police officer from New York, Sergeant Eric Duran, was sentenced to 3 to 9 years for manslaughter in the 2023 death of Eric Dupre, who was a suspected drug dealer. What happened in this is Dupre was being arrested for selling drugs to an undercover police officer. He attempted to flee on a motorized scooter when Officer Duran picked up a lunch cooler and threw it at him, causing him to fall off his scooter, where he sustained a head injury and subsequently died. So the officer says, well, he was doing this to save his fellow officers from possible injury. So your thoughts on that? Britney Spears has announced that, or her reps, I should say, have announced she has admitted herself into rehab in light of a DUI arrest last month. So I guess my question to everybody with Britney Spears, Tiger Woods, celebrity sounds great, but is it? Is it? What do you think? Brooke Ayers didn't take too kindly to her long-distance boyfriend breaking up with her. So as he was getting on a plane to fly back to Indiana, the Roswell, New Mexico resident called the airport and said, you know, her boyfriend was going to be taking a bomb on his plane. So he was stopped, searched, his luggage was searched, his car was searched, and nothing was found. He was allowed to go on his way. Meanwhile, Brooke Ayers was arrested for making a bomb scare and aggravated assault on a peace officer, battery on a peace officer, and resisting, evading, or obstructing an officer. April 15th is 2 days away, tax day, so you've got some time if you still need to get your taxes done. Also, Artemis landed this past Friday, or I should say splashed down in the Pacific, pretty much right on schedule at 8:07. Was it 8:07? Yeah. I watched it. I was fascinated. Your thoughts on all of that as well. 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Boo fucking suck, KDK.
Okay, that's nice. All righty, let's hit our next one, shall we? Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Geez, I guess somebody else got hit in the head with a cooler, didn't they?
Yeah, tell me about it. And a few more things, I think, too.
Well, brain damage comes in so many ways.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Now, my question is, was that cooler a Yeti or a Coleman?
Well, let's not leave igloo out of it.
I like the way you think, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, could have been.
Yeah, and you know what? It could have been a knockoff, too. You know, it could have been Walmart's own brand.
I think that's a poor choice of words there.
Okay.
Knockoff.
Yeah.
Hit the man.
Yeah, that's true. I had thought of that.
Hit the man riding a bike, knocked him off, killed him.
I had thought of that. But it's still funny anyway in retrospect.
If Matt Sapienza said it, he'd add that to his stand-up routine.
He would, yes, sure, absolutely. Yeah. All right.
At any rate, I have a question for you.
I'll try and answer.
Well, I hope you can. How is this blockade going to work? What's the physical function? Do we keep ships from going in or coming out, or what do we do? How does this thing work?
I think, Franklin, the way I'm understanding it right now, and I don't have a full picture, but the way I'm understanding it, this blockade is not designed for everyone. It's designed for those ships trying to go to Iran and leave Iran. So I think the purpose is to, one, prevent Iran from selling its oil and then using the proceeds from that sale to further their goals, whatever they may be. And maybe ultimately to hinder other countries, such as China, to put pressure on Iran to make a deal. Is my feeling, is what the ultimate goal is of this blockade. So, you know, if a ship is bound for Saudi Arabia or has left Saudi Arabia, they'll pass through. But it's anybody doing business with Iran that'll be blockaded.
Well, you know, the Persian Gulf fronts on not only Saudi Arabia, but Qatar, the Emirates,
right,
Oman, you know, and Kuwait. That's 5 major producers there all along the coast.
Yeah. I mean, and they'll be allowed to pass too. It's just Iran that they're...
Well, what if they say they're going to one place and go to another? We don't let them out? Is that it? We trace all these ships and...
well, for one, if it's China, Trump has said he'll put a 50% tariff on them, on that, and then yes, also seize the ships.
See, this is the thing I find funny about it. Iran wants the toll, they call it a toll, to pay to basically rebuild the country because it got bombed pretty badly. And of course, we're not going to pay them reparations, but that's what they're asking for. Secondly, part of our argument is the Strait of Hormuz is not in the territorial waters. For the most part, it's 22 miles. It's not like the size of the English Channel. You know, the ships that are going through are in international waters. Now, as I understand it, the ships that Iran is leaving past are escorted through Iranian waters, and therefore they're given safe passage. In other words, they won't be blown out of the middle, and we don't know if the middle is mined or not.
Right.
But basically, if a ship is paid to come through and exit, are we allowing them out?
You mean, have they paid Iran?
Yeah, if say they have Iranian oil and they paid Iran and they're leaving, they're already paid. Now we're not going to let them out.
Correct.
Is that it?
That's my understanding. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
So you know, basically, you know, trying to economically strangle Iran.
Well, it's to take away this option. The other thing is that, you know, we're charging these countries a toll on the high seas. This has never been done before except by pirates. You know, pirate states do that. The high seas have always been recognized. Now, there's some argument as to how far, you know, the national boundaries go, the 3-mile limit, or Russia claimed the 12-mile limit. How far does that go? But be that as it may, this is almost an act of international piracy on our part. The other question is the Houthis, you know, border on a choke point at the bottom of the Red Sea. And they have certainly entered the war and are allied with Iran. What if they decide that they're going to do a similar thing now that we've set the precedent that well, this is okay. Is it going to be another tit for tat?
Well, so what's interesting here, you bring that up. So I was just reading, Saudi Arabia is now starting to ship its oil over to ports on the Red Sea.
Yes, that's right.
So traffic on the Red Sea has increased, and not Sudan. It was the country that broke off from Sudan, but still has Sudan in its name. Call it Northern Sudan. That's not the right name. I can't think of it offhand.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
They have.
I can't keep track of all those.
Yeah. Here it is. Somaliland.
Somalia.
Yeah,
okay.
Somaliland, which is right there. Yeah, not Sudan, Somaliland, which broke off from Somalia and is north, but is on the Red Sea there at that choke point with Djibouti. They have now offered a base to the United States, to which help keep that strait open. So whether the U.S. is going to take them up on that, I don't know.
How about that?
Yes.
Yeah, the peninsula extends to that other side, and Saudi Arabia does have a pipeline. I understand it was bombed by Iran that runs across to the Red Sea, and they were shipping a lot of stuff north through the Suez Canal. You know, there's no canal at the bottom. It's just a pass there. I don't know how this is going to work. I really don't, but it's interesting. That's why I called to ask you the questions.
Yeah. Well, like I said, this is still developing, obviously, but the way I understand it, this blockade is aimed only at Iran and those countries, those ships wanting to do business with Iran. So again, you know, Oman, Kuwaiti ships, Saudi Arabian ships, they'll be granted passage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes some sense, but the countries that need Iranian oil are China, India, Taiwan gets most of its energy from liquid natural gas. It comes from Qatar. I guess they'll be okay. Well, it's going to be very interesting how this all plays out.
Yeah. So, you know, and so because of what you just said, China, India, the president, I believe, is hoping that these countries will put pressure on Iran to come to an agreement.
Well, the scuttlebutt is that China had negotiated behind the scenes with Pakistan to, you know, host the negotiations that went on this weekend. And I could believe that. China certainly, you know, needs oil.
Yeah.
There's no two ways about it. And they're kind of limited as to what they can do. Pakistan, you know, has kind of become a power broker. They are a nuclear power, you know that.
Yes, I do know that.
They have the bomb, and I thought they behaved very responsibly in all of this.
Yeah.
But it's hard to keep up with. It seems to change by the day, you know. But that's why I called, just to sort of straighten that out. And
so again, you know, I may be completely wrong, but that's my take on the whole thing. That's the way I'm understanding how things are being reported.
How big is the armada we have over there?
I honestly don't know how big, how many. We've got 2 carriers in the area. We have a couple amphibious assault ships. I'm sure there's a couple destroyers there as well. Wouldn't be surprised if there's a submarine lurking in the area.
Oh, I've heard destroyers. So
yeah.
Well, thank you very much for the information, and it's certainly going to be Interesting the way this all plays out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, all righty. Okay, Franklin.
Very good.
I thank you, sir. You have a great day. We'll talk again soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Hey, I got to take a quick little break. To the person who just called into line 1, hang in there. You will be first up right after this.
It's spring, and everything is growing, and Madewell Services is here to help. They offer full lawn care service, including spring cleanups, mulching, landscaping and planting, weekly grass cutting, power washing, and more. Madewell Services also provides professional cleaning services for your home or office, moving in or out service, party cleanups, weekly cleanings, and junk removal. Licensed and insured for peace of mind. Call Madewell Services today at 724-912-1805. That's 724-912-1805 for a free estimate.
Route 21 Furniture, take the road to your perfect home.
Sleep well tonight. Try out a new mattress from Route 21 Furniture with a large selection of mattresses, all sizes and comfort levels, with great prices, free local delivery and setup, and financing options. Route 21 Furniture. Open weekdays 9 to 5, Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday noon to 4. 724-737-2222 or Route21Furniture.com.
Route 21 Furniture, take the road to your perfect home.
Oh, it's time to drive a Ford again.
The spring sales event is going on now at Thurby's Riverside Ford, and the deals are hot. All new 2026 Ford Explorers come with $3,500 in factory rebates or 3.9% financing for 60 months. All 2025 new Ford Bronco Sports come with $2,500 in factory incentives. And the best-selling truck on the planet, the new 2025 Ford F-150, has a $3,000 Ford rebate plus 3.9% for 72 months. Whatever your driving needs are, we have them in stock. Mustang, Bronco, Super Duties, and Transit vans. Hurry in. We have the inventory and the deals. Thurby's Riverside Ford, your 26th-time presidential award-winning dealer for customer satisfaction. Located on Route 40, 1 mile past the casino at Nemacolin. Offer ends April 30th.
Looking for a great place to eat in Uniontown? Stop by Casey's Sports Cafe, located at 243 South Mount Vernon Avenue and proudly owned by the Vernon family. Casey's is open Monday and Friday from 7 to 3, Tuesday through Thursday 7 to 7, and Saturday and Sunday 7 to 2. Come check out their new items and delicious entrees. And remember, Casey's can cater your next event. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Casey's is the place to eat. Call 724-550-4126.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility, combined with our personalized approach, is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is Open Conversation. Give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. Hello, thanks for holding. Welcome to the show.
Yes, Russ, how are you?
Good, James, you?
Good. Really digging into some stuff over the weekend on what's going on over there. The peace talks. I don't see how Iran really had a chance to do anything as far as making any headway in the peace talks with Kushner and Witkoff there, and I think they knew that. I think both sides came in wanting a lot and not caving in or coming together on middle ground. And, they're saying talks in the future. But the thing that's interesting, in that meeting, Iran had leaked some information, and J.D. Vance came out and kind of verified it. He said, they won't budge on giving up their enriched uranium. Well, Iran kind of came back and said, well, you want us to give it up now after you tried to take it. And what that meant was that mission that Trump and the Department of War said was rescuing the two downed airmen was not what that was. Trump, out of his own mouth, said hundreds of people were involved in that. That was two 130s and many helicopters that were shot down. And Iran even said that they were trying to take the enriched uranium. They didn't get it, so now they were asking for it. So that's what that mission was. In the talks also back and forth.
I don't believe that for a minute, James.
No, I do. I totally believe that, because you look at past people who have looked at all the photographs that they have put out, and there's more material there than for the two. See, they didn't even say two F-15s. They said one F-15 and one A-10 Warthog. That material in those photos do not match up with what was put down. So, and Trump is saying hundreds of individuals were involved. Hundreds of individuals were involved in missions similar, like Black Hawk Down and other things. Not hundreds. This was a mission to take the uranium from them, and they even said that. Now, with what's going on over there now, it kind of gets me concerned, because over the weekend, they were saying that one of the stipulations was that Israel had to stop bombing Lebanon. And they said yes, and then they eventually said no, we can't guarantee that. And Netanyahu went and met with the troops in southern Lebanon and said, we're doing a great job, and this is just the beginning. This is what he said. So they're moving forward on Lebanon. But the thing that is shocking is, over the weekend, they have traded barbs with Turkey. And Turkey and Israel now have cut off all kind of trade negotiations and stuff that was going back and forth between them, have totally been cut off. And there was a Bennett that holds a position in Israel that says, well, Turkey is the next threat, and we need to cut it off now. So they are over there poking the bear with Turkey. And to me, this says, I think, why would you be poking Turkey when you have Iran? And I'm thinking, wait a minute. Do they know that, well, the United States will tie up Iran? So here we are with Lebanon, and if we have to do something with Turkey, we will. It's getting very interesting. And then also China chimed in saying that Israel needs to stop bombing Lebanon as well. So this is getting very, very... It was on simmer, now it's on hot, okay? This is cooking over there. But we're involved in something that, wow, we have no business, I think, being over there. And it keeps coming back to the nuclear weapons, but for 47 years, there was never any movement. Now I do believe there probably would be movement after you destroyed how many and killed how many. But this is what went on over the weekend. And then also, you can't forget, you didn't mention the post there yesterday or early this morning, or yesterday morning, about Trump going back and forth with the Pope. And then there was a photo of Trump. I don't know if he was trying to be the Pope or if he was trying to be Christ, but there was a big to-do about that. Did you hear about that?
I heard about it. I read about it. I didn't see the actual picture. I know it's been taken down. Just from what I've read, I think it was a poor choice at the least. It should not have been posted. It should not have even been thought of to post.
I don't know
what can we do to make light of a situation or whatever. That shouldn't have even been considered.
Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to look at the photo to see what, some people are saying, oh, he's making fun of the Pope. And then others are saying he's Christ-like. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what, but either way, any way you cut it, it's a weird thing. And, I don't know. It's in very poor taste, yes. The other thing was Great Britain came and said that they're not down with the blockade simply because all this is doing is raising prices and hurting the economy. So this is getting very interesting. They're another one that said we're not going to help with the blockade. I guess they were asked to, and they said no because all this is doing is raising the prices of different products, including oil, propane, different things, and costing a lot of countries their economy to kind of go off kilter and kind of go on a down margin. So it's affecting a lot of things, and I think instead of I think what Trump would have had to do was concede a little. And Donald Trump, he's not going to do that. And again, this puts us, could this be further in? We don't know. Like you said, we don't know. But it's very interesting to see the chess game here.
Yeah.
And
I'll say this. What came out of the negotiations is Vice President Vance said they came to an agreement on a bunch of things, but it boiled down to the nuclear weapons, and so this plays with Hezbollah in Lebanon. Part of what the United States is seeking is that Iran quit funding these terrorist organizations such as Hezbollah and the Houthis and Hamas, and if they do that, well, guess what? Hezbollah dries up and goes away in Lebanon, taking away the need to bomb. So Israel is going after Hamas in Lebanon. They're not going after the Lebanese.
Well, I don't know. They're stating that they are wanting to expand. So I would agree to disagree.
The president of Lebanon has come out and said, yeah, he wants peace. He wants to he wants to coexist with Israel.
I agree, but Russ, this has been going on for decades. They've been going back and forth,
and for you to for centuries.
Oh, you're right. But for us to sit here, well, I'm saying since Netanyahu, since if you pull Hezbollah out of Lebanon, to me, nah. That doesn't stop anything, because they continue. They're going to continue to move into Lebanon. And again, why, if that's not the case, pull Hezbollah out, then why are you even poking the bear with Turkey? This is something that they are wanting to expand, and it's getting very, very dangerous, because they're the ones that are getting everything stirred up over there. And then I've heard people talk about end times, how everybody's going to come against Israel. Well, it's going to happen, and it's going to be their own making, sadly.
All right, James. All right. Thanks for your call. Appreciate it. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hey, Russell, how you doing today?
Good, Ron. How are you?
Oh, okay, bud. Okay. Hey, Russell, I'm just sitting here listening. Over the weekend, I watched some really good stuff. Chuck Schumer, years ago, made the statements: Iran will not be allowed to have nuclear weapons.
Right.
Do whatever it takes to make sure they don't have nuclear weapons. President Obama.
Yep.
Similar statements. They are not allowed to have them. We will do anything we have to prevent them from getting, because they're a terrorist-supporting nation.
Yep.
Hillary Clinton.
Yep.
Same thing.
Yep.
Joe Biden.
Yep.
Same thing. Donald Trump does something. He got the courage to do something about it. He's the big bad guy, and everything's, if a Democrat president was there, this would have never happened.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and what else would have happened? And then Israel, these rockets have been coming out of Lebanon and Iran, and they've been bombing Israel forever. Israel just wants to exist, and they got to do what they got to do.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, they paint Israel as the bad guy here. And it's I don't know what it is. It's like Israel's not allowed to exist, and anything Trump says is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I hear about kings and everything else. Granted, I don't like what I'm seeing over there, but what do you do? How do you stop a nation, an organization? Because I think the terrorists and the rulers of Iran are all cut from the same cloth.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like even the people in Iran want rid of them.
Yeah.
And can't get rid of them. But yet, anybody does something or tries to do something about it, they're a horrible person. I mean, I just don't understand it.
Yeah, I mean, Iran has virtually lost all of its allies. It's got a few.
Yeah.
But, they've all turned against, because Iran has been firing on them, for one thing.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah.
They're firing on everybody and anybody.
The Middle East is, I think the countries in the Middle East are behind closed doors thanking Donald Trump and saying, thank you, finish the job, get rid of this regime. It's been a thorn in our neck for 50 years.
I was going to say 50 years or better.
Yeah. Yes.
And it's just sickening, but I hear people come on, bash the hell out of Trump for doing something.
Yeah, it's the bully that everybody's always been afraid of.
Everybody's been afraid to do it. They talked it, like Chuck Schumer. I mean, I listen to that guy, I'd like to throw a rock at him or something.
Yeah. Yes,
but
sir,
yet,
Ron.
you look at his previous statements, he would have done, if he had the nerve, talked about doing the same thing. So, I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe I'm crazy.
Maybe we all are. Hey, Ron, thanks for your call, my friend. We'll talk soon.
Okay, Russell.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, got to take my last break of the afternoon, so to the caller on hold, hey, I'm going to ask you to hang in there for a few more minutes, and we'll get to you right after this.
The biggest reason Metropolitan Window Company has been in business since 1978 is our huge list of satisfied customers.
John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, Pittsburgh's locally owned and family-operated window and door company for over 47 years.
When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, you're getting expertise and attention to detail from a trusted business that puts your needs first.
You're also getting our exclusive Infinity from Marvin 100% fiberglass windows that are built for life.
The most important part of a window is the framing. Fiberglass frames won't lose their dimensional integrity. They're the strongest, longest-lasting window you can buy.
And right now, you can save 20% and get financing on every window and door product we offer.
Stop by one of our showrooms, visit us at metropolitanwindows.com, or give us a call at 412-655-8411.
PA 1565.
Zen's Antiques and Home Decor, part of the Cinder Shack family of vendors, where you can find both antique and new furniture, collectibles, housewares, gift items, including jewelry and candles, and so much more. Follow Zen's Antiques and Home Decor on Facebook for new items and information on upcoming events. Zen's Antiques and Home Decor in Building 2 at 3391 National Pike in Farmington. Zen's Antiques and Home Decor.
Uniontown Liquidation Outlet wants to thank you for borrowing our special pay at 2025. Come shop with us for the lowest prices around. We have toys, home goods, tools, electronics, and much more. We offer layaway, so stop in today and ask us how it works. We are located inside the Uniontown Mall.
The Uniontown Liquidation Outlet. Visit us on Facebook, Uniontown Liquidation Outlet.
Hope to see you soon.
Hopefully, your spring cleaning has started, and maybe you've put a fresh coat of paint on the walls or new carpeting on the floors in your living room or family room. Now, take a look at the upholstery pieces in the room. Are they showing signs of wear, or do they simply need replaced from years of use? If they do, you are in luck, as Chesler's Fine Furniture is having a store-wide upholstery sale. Choose from stationary or reclining pieces from Craftmaster, Lancer, King Hickory, Lazy Boy, Best Home Furnishings, and Catnapper. Select from more than 100 suits in stock, or you can special order the style and fabric of your choice. The possibilities are endless with more than 1,000 fabrics to pick from. Pieces start at just $4.99 for a sofa, and all stock suits at Chesler's are available for immediate delivery, or you can lay it away up to 90 days. Credit terms and delivery are available. Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 north of Uniontown, where customers send their friends.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor, available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
AR Roofing, never settle.
Bright Stripe, Bay County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals. Locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090, or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. We've got about 4 minutes left in today's show with 2 callers on the line. Let's squeeze them both in, shall we? Hello, thanks for holding. Welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, I'm Joe, calling in.
Hey, Joe.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, Joe.
Okay, yeah, I'm calling in. I'm from Uniontown, a proud native of Uniontown, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
George C. Marshall, correct?
Yeah.
Great general, many accolades, revered highly, correct?
Correct.
Secretary of State under Truman, correct?
Yeah, turn off your turn signal.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I feel that if we had followed his direction under Truman, in which he was a general, Secretary of State, and I'll take his position over Pete Hegseth any day. And he warned Truman about establishing the State of Israel then. And I'm not going to go back and forth right now, but I would encourage all of your viewers, if they revere this man, one of our own, in highly revered renown, to listen to what his take was and how this could have all been avoided had Truman just said listen to him. Thank you.
Okay. All right, Joe. Thanks for your call.
Yep. You're welcome.
Hello. Welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Oh, good. Hi, Russ. This is Paul.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, I was curious this morning. I get up early because I drive bus. I got up early. I was watching that news, and I seen what the president posted. And then I thought it was fake.
Concerning what?
He posted a picture of himself being Christ-like.
Okay, all right.
Okay, and so he posted it, and I thought it was fake. And I heard it just on the news here on your news show, him on there defending it, and he said he took it off, that he didn't mean it to be Christ-like. Well, it sure looked like he was Christ, like he was coming down from the heavens to save us.
Okay.
And I just curious what you thought about that.
Well, again, as I said earlier, I did not see the picture myself. I did not see the meme. All I did was, I saw some articles, saw the descriptions, the arguments on both sides. Yes, some people are arguing, oh, well, he's putting him, he's trying to be Jesus or Jesus-like. Others were saying, no, it's just him healing the nation type of thing. So, again, I did not see it, Paul. So it's really hard for me to form an actual opinion on the picture itself. Having said that, I think it was probably wrong, just for the simple fact, for just knowing how people react, it was going to be controversial regardless. So to me, on something like that, you err on the side of caution, and you just don't go there. Why risk bringing heat down upon yourself?
Oh yeah, for sure. And, well, you know what? I'm a Democrat, and I don't really get into the politics too much. I vote every time, and he's our best ally right now, our Democrat. That's my opinion. Donald Trump is our best ally.
Okay. Yeah.
He's his own worst enemy.
He is.
Hey, thanks for your time, Russ.
Not a problem, Paul. Appreciate the call. But Paul's right. I think the president is his own worst enemy. Yeah, he's got a lot of naysayers out there, and in my opinion, people suffer from Trump derangement syndrome,
And, he could wake up on the right side of the bed and he'll be chastised for not waking up on the left side of the bed. But he does bring some of the, and I don't know, if I'm Trump, I know I'm going to get I have my haters out there. I'm going to do what I can to try and minimize that through my own actions. I don't know. But anyway, hey, we're out of time today. We'll pick up tomorrow and we'll do this all over again. WMBS Uniontown at the Tone. It's 3 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. The House Ethics Committee has begun an investigation into whether Democratic Congressman Eric Swalwell of California engaged in sexual misconduct toward an employee working under his supervision. The announcement by the panel comes one day after Swalwell suspended his campaign for California governor after more allegations that he continues to deny. CBS's Caitlin Huey-Burns.
At least 4 women have come forward to allege sexual misconduct by the California congressman who had been a leading contender in that governor's race. And one of the women was a former staffer who alleges that he sexually assaulted her.
President Trump says after the failed weekend U.S.-Iran talks in Pakistan.
We've been called this morning by the right people, the appropriate people, and they want to work a deal.
CBS's Weijia Zhang.
Pakistan is ramping up efforts to restart the talks, to have them again. And sources familiar with the conversations tell CBS that this wasn't a complete failure. There was progress made. In fact, the vice president himself said the good news is they had a lot of substantive talks, and they did make some progress, but they just weren't able to reach a final deal.
Hours into the U.S. Navy's blockade of major ships going into or out of the Strait of Hormuz, a pressure tactic on Iran. CBS's Eleanor Watson reports.
This stopping of traffic, this intimidation is kind of becoming a go-to for President Trump.